Hey guys, it's Robyn, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back and welcome if you're new. Today I've got a fairly quick video. It's just on something I've been thinking about recently with the catalog. We are heading into the middle of January here, which means we've got about another 6 weeks or so of our fall winter catalog before it goes away and the spring and summer catalog comes out. So I've been thinking a lot about the winter catalog and just the scents in it and the things in it and the things that I feel often get overlooked. So I went through the catalog last night and there's so many good scents in there. Like, I feel like we've been doing a lot of like LTOs and like limited time collections recently, and they've been so good this season. And that is why we've kind of, I guess, drifted from the catalog. But I kind of went back to the catalog and I was like, there are some goodies here that we haven't melted enough of this season. And I went through and I just kind of put a little note next to the ones that I feel like get overlooked. And some of these are not necessarily overlooked by everyone. In fact, a couple of these are actually bestsellers, so they're probably not overlooked by everyone. But I feel like they're overlooked by me, and maybe here in the YouTube community, I feel like I don't hear as many people talk about them or see them melting them, or I don't see as many orders coming in for these scents. And I just wanted to kind of draw some attention to some scents that I think are underrated or overlooked in the catalog that are actually extremely good. So there's lots of favorites in the catalog, like Christmas Cottage and Cider Mill and all those kinds of scents that I feel like get quite a bit of attention. And those ones I didn't include in this video. They're very good scents. There are lots of very good scents in the catalog that are not going to be in this video because I feel like they get the appropriate amount of attention already. These are the ones that I think are just as good as those scents, but no one ever talks about them. So these are the kind of fly under the radar ones. I also decided to exclude the 10 new release bars from this category because by default, they've gotten quite a bit of attention this season just because they are new. So lots of people have reviewed them. Lots of people have been trying them. But I do want to mention Frosted Cedar from there just really briefly. I feel like it hasn't gotten as much maybe hype as it should have, and it's perfect for this time of year, just kind of winter after the holidays. It's beautiful. So Frosted Cedar is well worth picking up. In fact, I was looking at all 10 new scents. All 10 are very solid scents. So of the new scents, if you haven't tried them, I think they would all be repurchases for me at this point. There was Midnight Mahogany that I wasn't sure if it was going to be, but I did a mix recently of Midnight Mahogany, which is new, and it's kind of a woodsy kind of mahogany scent with a bit of sweetness. When that bar was new, it had almost a slight citrus note to it that kind of made it feel a little bit like Lemon Pledge, but that has really smoothed out with some time as it sat a few months, so I don't feel like I got that at all now. And I mixed that with Palo Santo and Cinnamon, which is another one that was new this season. That one is kind of a warm, almost ambery, very gently spiced, woodsy Palo Santo. It is beautiful. Those two together in equal parts in the same warmer was game-changingly beautiful. That was so nice. So that's just some notes on the new catalog scents. As far as scents that are not new this season, but are in the fall winter catalog and will be available until the end of February, we have one that was new last year, and I feel like it got overlooked then too, but it's a really solid scent. It's Blackberry Spice. This one is like berries, and this one has almost a like either woodsy or sandalwood, maybe cedar, but there's like a deep woodsiness here as well. It's a dark, rich, saturated, heavy, berry woodsy scent. And I don't even know what kind of berry this would be. It looks like maybe blackberry on the packaging, and that could very well be because I'm not really getting so much. It's not a bright sweet berry. This is a earthy potpourri type berry, and this is very pretty. It is earthy and dark and wintry and just really pretty. This is a nice kind of background space filling scent. I would say it's about a medium strength. Does well in my open layout. Really, really beautiful bar, and one I feel like goes under the radar a lot, but is perfect for this time of year. Next up, we have Cran Apple Crumble. This one was, again, I think also new last year. This one is cran apple, brown sugar, and whipped cream. And this one's just gorgeous, like, just gorgeous. It's kind of fallish. I think it can pass this time of year, but it does lean a little bit fallish. This one is the most tart, delightful bakery cinnamon apple. Not even cinnamon. The thing that it's reading as cinnamon to me is actually brown sugar. It's not spicy. It is just heavy and deep and rich. This is a heavy bakery with a nice tart cran apple to kind of balance that heaviness. It is so good. And this is a nice solid medium, maybe 6 or 7 out of 10 in my open layout. One dayer, but really, really good. Highly recommend picking this up if you've never tried it. This one is really, really good. This is one I put in my club at the end of the season, and I will do that again this year as well. Another one that never gets enough love but is such a classic is Cedar Cider. This one is apple and woodsy goodness. It's got a kind of a light cedar note to it. It's just woodsy and balanced and cozy. This is one of those scents where it's just one of the ones where if you walk into your house, this is what you want your house to smell like. It's just nice. I think most people would enjoy this. It is woodsy, and I know not everyone loves woodsy, but this also has the sweetness of the apple. It's very balanced. It's very well done. This is a very well done scent. Yeah, it's just a well blended, well concocted, well thought out scent. Very, very nice. Sweet apple, the kind of soft, mellow, calming cedar. It's really, really nice. There's no sharpness here with that cedar. Sometimes cedar can be a bit sharp. This one is not. It's smooth, very smooth. So, so nice. If you've never tried Cedar Cider, I do challenge you to try a bar, especially this time of year in the winter. This is beautiful, and I don't know if I'm going to club this one at the end of the season, but I don't know. This one I always worry about because no one ever talks about it. It's been around for quite a while, and I worry about it, but that's a very good one. Next up, we have one that I'm not sure if this is actually under the radar on everyone's scent list, but I don't hear people melting it or talking about it much, and that is Perfect Peppermint. This one is just pure peppermint. That's all it is. It's just peppermint. It's a nice clean mint scent. This one's just good. Like, I feel like this is kind of like those staple ones everyone should have a bar of at all times. It's good if you've got a headache. It's not going to cure anything. It's not a medical treatment, but it is soothing and comforting if you're not feeling well with a headache or a cold or something. It mixes well with lots of things. If you want to add some mint to a floral, or mint to a fresh scent, or some mint to a bakery even, like a cake scent or a mint or a chocolate scent, it mixes well with so many things, and it's beautiful on its own. So Perfect Peppermint, I don't see many people ordering this one, and I don't hear many people talking about it on YouTube. I assume it does fairly well, but I don't see that. So I wanted to bring attention to this one because it is such a good one. As long as you like mint. If you're not a mint fan, I mean, this isn't going to be for you. But if you like mint, highly recommend Perfect Peppermint. Next up, we have one that I feel like a lot of people mention, they overlook, and I feel like people know this one and love it. It's well loved. But I feel like everyone I talk to says they don't melt it enough. They don't melt it as much as they wish they did. And that is Winterberry Apple Tea. This is a standard catalog scent, has been for a bit. This one is like berries, honey, apple. It's beautiful. It's this like sweet berry apple, honeyed tea. You do get like a honey note here. It's like a honeyed tea, like an herbal tea, like a fruity dried fruit herbal tea. It's so nice. Perfect for this time of year again, kind of late winter, or even like November. I could see warming this, but it's perfect for winter as well, January, February. Beautiful. And I am guilty of this as well. I love this scent. I love this bar. It's a good performer, and I never warm it. It's just such a good one, but I never warm it and I never reach for it. So this is one that I know I love, and I know a lot of people love this one, but I feel like a lot of us just don't reach for it very often. So Winterberry Apple Tea is often overlooked in my opinion, and it's a very, very good bar. So that's a good one. If you haven't tried it, I recommend it. Then there's one that I'm sure company-wide is not overlooked because it is a bestseller. But when I think about on the YouTube community here, people don't talk about this very often. They don't melt it very often. And I don't see a ton of orders come in for this one, even though it is a classic staple. I feel like the more casual customers tend to order this one a lot because it is a widely appealing scent. It's in the catalog year round. And I feel like if you only make 1 or 2 Scentsy orders per year, chances are this will be in it. But I feel like for those of us who are really into Scentsy and get caught up in those limited time collections, this one falls by the wayside really easily. And this is Luna. This is a classic Scentsy staple. This is one of the best sellers. It's right in there with the bestsellers bundle even. And this one is just like jasmine, freesia, sweet berries. And it's got just like this well-balanced, like fresh, sweet, not overly floral, like very approachable, clean, fresh, sweet, fruity floral. It's all of those in one, and it's not overly heavy. It's very, very appealing to most noses. It's on the light side. Definitely a bedroom scent. I would not try this in an open layout. This is a bedroom scent, but it is so beautiful. It comes in almost everything that Scentsy offers, and so you can get it in pretty much every product. So that's a good one. I recommend it. And everyone that I introduced the scent to loves it. So it's a good one. Luna. So remember, Luna is available as well, and it's a good one. And then this one was new. Was it last year or the year before? This one is Blackcurrant and Plum. This one is like the most sweet, body care, smooth berry. It's a sweet berry. And I feel like often people are scared by blackcurrant because blackcurrant can often be very tart. In Blackcurrant and Plum, this is very, very sweet. And I think the plum and some vanilla sweetens this up a lot. This is not a tart bar. This is very sweet, very girly, very light, very floaty. It's just a pretty bedroom scent. And again, on the lighter side, I would not do this in a open layout or a large space. This is a bedroom scent, just because it's going to be like a light medium throw, but it's pretty. And this one surprises me being in the fall winter catalog, because to me this reads as a like summer bedroom scent. It isn't super tropical. It isn't super aquatic fresh like a lot of the summer scents are, but this does read clean and pretty and just a little bit summery to me, like maybe August, like bordering on cold weather. It's got some kind of cuddly cashmere type tones to it as well. And I think maybe that's why it's in the fall winter catalog, is because there is some like cozy, cuddly tones here as well. But mostly this is a sweet kind of vanilla berry scent. It's very, very pretty. I think the plum is what you get most of. And the currant is not tart or harsh at all. It is wonderful. So if you haven't tried Blackcurrant and Plum, I would pick up a bar. This is a good one. I think a lot of people would enjoy this. And I feel like this is one I don't see ordered very often, and I never hear people talking about this on YouTube. So I would worry about this one as well for next season, because this is its second or third season in the catalog. And because it is so overlooked, I feel, I'm kind of worried about this one for next year coming back. I feel like it could get the axe. So I am going to stock up on this one at the very least, if not club it before the end of the season, because this is one I don't melt a whole ton of because it is a bedroom scent. So I only go through like one bar a year. But I really, really enjoy this one. This is one I do have cravings for it sometimes, and I just really want to reach for. I recently mixed this with Simply Vanilla, and it was very, very good. So thank you for that suggestion, Kara. That was very good. So beautiful on its own. Also really nice as a mixer. Blackcurrant and Plum. And the last two I have here, I don't even have bars of. So these are so overlooked, even I don't have them right now. So I am going to be ordering these ones. But Autumn Hearth. This one is like a very, very heavy cinnamon apple, very dry scent. It is a dry spice, and it's one that is very fall. This is one I would probably only warm in the fall or late winter. It's heavy. It's very, very dry spice with some sweet apple. The apple is not a bakery apple by any means. It's a apple, but it's just this kind of very classic, traditional potpourri apple spice scent, and it is wonderful. And again, underrated. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about this one. I don't see a ton of orders come in for this one. And I warm like one bar a year of it, but I love it. So that is Autumn Hearth. The next one on my list, I swear I have a bar of this somewhere, but I can't find it. It is Amazon Rain. This one, again, a bestseller. This one is not like under the radar in the catalog for most people, but I feel like on YouTube here, I don't see a lot of people talking about this very often. This one is like coconut milk, and I think it's got some pineapple nectar or something. It's like the most green, sweet, fresh, creamy scent. It is the most uniquely done green scent I've ever smelled. Like there's nothing else quite like it. Like when you think Amazon Rain, you think it's going to be like a watery, dewy green scent. And dewy greens can be a bit sharp sometimes. This is not that. This is sweet and fruity. It does have kind of a sweet rain type scent to it, and it's a sweet rain, not like aquatic rain. Sweet rain with like this creamy coconut milk note, some orange, I think there's pineapple nectar possibly. It's got fruit to it as well, which really, really makes it kind of a fresh, fruity, sweet, creamy scent. It is beautiful. If you've never tried it, you need to, because it's really hard to describe. It's well worth picking up. It is beautiful in January when you want kind of that fresh, clean, reset the house cut type thing going. Amazon Rain is good for that. It's beautiful in the spring, March, April, somewhere in there. Gorgeous. So Amazon Rain, underrated. Usually available year-round, so we'll probably see it in the spring, summer catalog too if you don't get to it in the winter. The last one on my list is another one that I'm pretty sure is pretty popular among the general Scentsy consumer population, but is less popular among the YouTube community of people that order Scentsy all the time. Because again, I feel like if you're a regular, like monthly Scentsy customer, you're probably pretty into the LTOs and you're probably picking up those, and then we forget about the catalog. Whereas if you only order once or twice a year, you're probably really just sticking to the catalog. And those people tend to order this bar a lot. And they order quite a few of them. And that is Welcome Home. This one is just gentle spices. And it's so nice. It's like a, I want to say like cinnamon nutmeg, but very soft, very creamed out, and quite light. So if you're a fan of spicy scents, but you don't like them to be like aggressively spicy or nose hair singeing, Welcome Home is a nice, gentle spice. It is a nice one where you just kind of put it in your warmers and you walk in and you get like a sense of like a little bit of like cozy, homey spice without going over the top or whacking you in the face with cinnamon sticks when you walk in the door. It is beautiful. Very popular among the casual Scentsy customers, so it's popular for a reason. But I feel like we forget about it as the customers who are into the regular releases. So Welcome Home, again, a year-round bar that is available in both catalogs typically, that I feel like gets overlooked, at least by those of us here in the YouTube community. Because that one is a very solid bar. Now, if you have a super large open layout, or if you prefer your scents quite strong, Welcome Home probably will not be for you. But if you're someone who likes a lighter scent, or if you want a bedroom scent, or you just want kind of that gentle spice, or you're having company even, and you want something kind of gentle for them, Welcome Home is going to be a crowd pleaser. That is just one that I think most people do enjoy, and I especially am guilty of forgetting about it. So I think I've only worn that a couple times ever, even though I really do like it. It's just one I never reach for because there's always so many other things to do. That is a spice scent I actually like in the warmer months. So if it's like a rainy July, August day, even June, that is one that I like because it's a little spicy and a little bit like cozy, cuddly, homey without being fallish or wintry. It's just kind of cozy and homey. So Welcome Home is a good one. That's one I think that everyone should have in their stash just on hand. So Amazon Rain, Luna, and Welcome Home, those are available all year round. So I do feel like those are good ones to have on hand in your stash at all times, and I'm guilty right now of not having that. So I am ordering those here shortly. These are all bars where I'll either grab one or two or club them, and if I don't club them, I'll grab a bar or two to tide me over until September, because we don't get the fall catalog started until September 1st now. So that means by the time you order on September 1st, it'll be like mid to late September by the time you receive your order, which means we're well into fall already. So I highly recommend picking up some fall bars to tide you over from like August to mid-September, especially if you like to start warming your fall stuff a little bit early like I do. I tend to start warming fall on August 1st. If you live somewhere very hot, you're probably not going to do that, and you're probably going to melt summer until September, and then you're probably fine. But if you tend to melt fall before September, pick up some fall bars to tide you over. The other thing is, if bars don't come back, like Autumn Hearth or Cedar Cider or something, it's nice to have a couple bars to, again, tide you over and be able to use them a couple more times, especially if you don't club them. The other one I almost added into this video and didn't, but I'll give it an honorable mention, is Arctic Kiss. That one is a fresh, almost honeydew melon type scent. It is like fresh and cool and very sweet, and quite strong, like a very good open layout performer. One of the stronger bars in the catalog. If I was doing a long and strong video, that one would be mentioned. It is a very strong, very good performer, even for an open layout. Arctic Kiss, I didn't mention because I feel like that one got a ton of hype when it first came out as a scent of the month, and then when it was added to the catalog. I feel like it got a lot of attention. People were crazy over that bar. I would say this season though, I've seen a bit of a dip in popularity for Arctic Kiss. I just haven't seen as many people warming it or talking about it. And so I feel like that popularity kind of craze has died down on that bar. So I'm curious to see whether it will stay in the catalog next year or what that's going to look like. But that is a underrated bar this season, I would say. I would say in previous seasons it's had a ton of hype. But this season I would say Arctic Kiss is a bit overlooked. And it is a very good bar. And I don't know if people are just kind of tired of it because they melted a ton of it when it was super, super popular and they're just tired of it now. or if it's, or what's going on. But either way, that is a good bar. So that is what I've got for today. Those are the bars that I think are kind of overlooked and underrated sometimes. And I would love to know in the comments whether there are ones here that you've tried and what you think of them. I'd also love to know if there's any other bars that you think don't get talked about enough, or that we don't see used enough, or ones that you just tend to notice that you want to warm but you never remember to warm. I would love to know what those bars are for you, because these are just my opinions and what I've kind of observed. I would love to know your observations as well. So let me know in the comments below. Other than that, I will talk to you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.